I just saw another one of your tweets here to switch gears. And the HBO documentary that'll be coming out in June.
Yes.
The Golden State Killer and all the work that Michelle did has got to be, a culmination for you and for her that not many other people can relate to either. That's pretty fascinating, pretty amazing stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it's more on this documentarian Liz Garbus who approached me about, let's do this as a limited series, 6-episode documentary series. And so I was the exec producer. I'm, supervising the rough cuts and all the material and stuff, but she put together the retelling of the story in flashback, not just Michelle's story, but the story of the case and the story of the case being solved and the victims and the criminals. The homicide detectives that had to, a lot of which, dedicated 30 years to this and didn't capture him. And that also really, I don't think people understand the kind of psychological risks that law enforcement people put themselves in going, okay, I'm going to go down this road with this case for a few months. And if I hit a wall, I've given that guy 3 months head start.
Yeah.
And that can really eat away at people psychically.
Right.
And she really gets at that.
I've always thought about that in cop shows where just like, they just go home at night. And I'm like, that's crazy. Like, I was watching Mindhunter recently and it's like, all right, we didn't in the night. Like we just go home. And I'm like, how you change gears like that, how you separate yourself. Be like, okay, I will get back to it in the morning. I mean, it's just typical bodily functions you need to do. You need to eat, you need to sleep.
Yeah.
But the strain of like separating yourself from that story must be impossible.
And you seeing the depths that humanity is willing to go to, and then having to come back and have a cookout with the family and your friends. As if the world's normal. But you know what's lurking just at the edge of the woods all the time like that. How do you reconcile moving around in the world like that?
Or your neighbor at that barbecue is complaining about some nonsense. And it's like, yeah, okay. But by the way, people are being tied up and murdered. It's who cares about your boss giving you a hard time at the office, Jim? Like, give me a break.
I still remember when I was in college, I went and saw that movie Silence of the Lambs. I saw it with my then girlfriend, and her mom came along with us for some reason. She said, I want to see this movie.
Whoa.
Yeah. But all I remember is we walked out, the movie was done, and we're all just shaken up and like, oh my God. And we're walking around like, that movie was intense. And then her mom went, I know, that man had a ring through his nipple. Like that's what
that's your takeaway.
And I was like, I think he was making clothing out of people, but okay, yeah. So
that's the exact takeaway I would think of someone going to the movies with their college daughter. Like, that hippie was disgusting.
Oh my God. So yeah, that kind of like, just different perspectives on things.
Yeah.
Getting back to like what might seem like entertainment or what might seem like a job to you, to someone else, it gets them really deeply and it can haunt them. And it's that's a risk when you go into those pursuits.
Well, and that's why it's so fascinating that they were able to solve this one. I mean, after it seemed like such a cold case, and I know true crime has been it's like been around, probably since day one of storytelling.
Yeah.
Captivated by stories like this. But it seems like recently it's been such a craze. And I think this one is, I think even still not quite known how prolific of a killer he was. And
how
that's
horrific,
why, someone like Michelle, I think, knew that and dedicated everything to it. And I think this doc will really open it up to everybody's eyes. And I think that'll probably be even like the final step of vindicating for you and her work and everything, where it's like everybody really knows the deal now.
Yeah. And to really put the light on other people that help bring this case home, that need the credit, and especially the victims who spent so many decades keeping this thing out there as much as they could to find the guy. Like, there's just extraordinary stories in this thing. So that's what I'm really glad about.